Hey everyone. This one this one's sad. Initially sad, but the reason why I want to do this video is because this is a strong win. And so I'll talk about that strong win in just a second. But it hurt my heart, and this is why I want to post it. Denver man Jordan Croft faces charges for anti-Asian rant in Ramon in an In-N-Out burger. So it sounds like it's a distant situation, but the thing is, you see a video, and I'll show that video in just a second. You see these folks, these everyday amazing people. Irene Kim, I think that's her name. Elliot Ha, I believe that's his name. Just innocent people, and what they are, they're doing a TikTok video in an In-N-Out burger.
Had a light well fry before?
What is a light will fry?
Okay, it's
You're
French.
just filming yourself eating?
Yeah.
You're weird homosexual.
Why me, man? Why me? I just want to eat my flying Dutchman in peace, bro.
Japanese or Korean?
I'm Korean.
Yeah, you're Korean. Kim Jong-un's boyfriend, huh? You're Kim Jong-un's boyfriend?
You know, we have been acquainted.
You had gay sex with him.
Ooh, would not go that far. We're only on second base.
Kim Jong-un.
He hasn't taken me out to dinner yet.
Vince Staples says that's good.
Can I take you out to dinner?
Come on, stop.
Nothing.
Stop.
I'm
You
sorry.
said
I'm
Elliot,
sorry.
stop.
I'm sorry,
You
my
said
bad. I didn't say anything.
You didn't say anything.
No, sir.
I'm like it spit in your face and it's a Filipino. It's a
Don't.
Filipino.
You can try the.
Slave master.
Anyways, you can try the.
Filming themselves eating, having this experience, and they're going to share it with the world. And they're just eating In-N-Out burgers. There's a new meal that they're eating, testing out. So they're filming it, minding their own business. Keep in mind, this is Christmas Eve. Not that many people are in this restaurant. Christmas Eve, and they're just filming. All of a sudden, somebody walks in. This guy, Craw, walks in and disrupts them while they're filming. Now, usually, if somebody's filming or doing something, you mind your own business. Even if they're not filming, people go in, they mind their own business. Nobody really, the only thing people may say is, this is Christmas Eve, so you may say, Merry Christmas, how are you, hello, this and that. But these folks are actually filming. He walks up on them in an intrusive manner, right? And he starts talking to them. He's not talking to them to be friendly. He's talking to them to be threatening. He's talking to them to be menacing. And that's what we felt. We felt that as we watched it. We felt as if it was them. But then you put yourself in their situations. Here they are, basically alone, even though they're in this public place. And they're facing this person who just walked up to them off camera, who's menacing to them. Okay. But he's not just menacing by the interruption. He's menacing by what he says. So Ha tries to interact with him a little bit. He does his best, but he's not able to do it, right? Because this guy has intent of menacing. So when he starts attacking, throwing racial slurs about the Asian community, throwing racial slurs, homophobic slurs in this situation. So it gets tense, right? So Ha and Kim, they back off. They know the situation they're in. They know this is a dangerous situation. So they're trying to deflect as best they can. So eventually the guy leaves, right? But he doesn't just leave. He stands outdoors the door while they're filming and he stares at them. He stares at them with menace. You don't know what he's going to do. They're afraid. She said, Kim had said afterwards, in this society, you just don't know what people are going to do. People are going to shoot or what they're going to do. And they're right. They should be afraid of this situation. They should be cautious of this situation. So, but they posted it. They posted it on their social media, and this thing went viral. Over 10 million views and probably more now. Went viral. And the social community, media community connected with this. We all connected with it. Like I told you in the beginning of this, I felt hurt for them because I felt like this is any of us could be in this situation and somebody of menace could walk up to us and disrupt us, make us afraid, these kind of things. And that's what happened. So social media reacted to this situation. They posted their anger, their frustration of this situation. They posted their non-tolerance of this situation. And they posted this guy's face. Somehow they got a picture of this guy's face. So they posted this guy's face. And at that point, the police department, Police Chief Denton Carlson, and San Ramon Police Department, he saw the video. He was troubled by the video as much as the social media community, as much as I am, as much as you probably will be. He was upset with the video, and he made a comment. He made a promise. He made a comment that he will not tolerate this type of behavior in this community. He wouldn't. So what he did was he took action. He and his detectives went in search of this person with the help of social media, and they found him within 48 hours, and they brought him in. They arrested him, right? Then they partnered up, which is a beautiful thing. Then they partner up with who is it? The district attorney, Diana Beckton, and she is with Contra Costa County District, but they teamed up with her, and she was outraged, and she made a powerful statement, which I love to hear about these situations. And she said publicly, she said, a threat to one ethnic community is a threat to all communities. Beautiful, right? But she said more. She said more. There is no place for hate crimes in Contra Costa County. No place for hate. Made a stand. So district attorney made a stand. The police chief made a stand. Social media made a stand, right? No tolerance. They caught this guy. So when they caught this guy, this is what they charged him with. They district attorney decided to charge him with 2 counts of misdemeanor hate crimes. And the thing about hate crimes is very difficult, even if it's obvious to get those charges. They'll charge for other stuff. But a hate crime, it's hard. It's hard to get that. But immediately they jump into this. So this hate crime has a sentence up to 1.5 years in jail. You would think it ends there, but it doesn't. There's other charges. This happened on Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, Craw has another incident. He has an incident with somebody in the parking lot that he spits on. And this took place at Lenardi's Market in Danville. They charged him with battery in this situation. This person came forward. So somehow he got into an altercation with somebody in a parking lot, and then he goes and spits on them, right? And it makes sense because he threatened to spit on the other couple at the In-N-Out Burger. So he threatened to spit, so he just spits on these people, right? So you would think it ends there. It doesn't. More charges. Yeah, more charges. In Colorado, in Denver, Colorado, which is where he's from, vehicular assault charges. So I don't know what that looks like. I don't have the description of it. But when I looked up like what's the definition? It's when somebody causes some sort of accident with their vehicle. An example I can give you that I've heard about was one time I saw a situation where a man who brake checked somebody, slammed on his brakes in the highway, caused the guy to go off the road behind him into a head-on collision with somebody else in incoming traffic, and they all died. That's vehicular assault. I doubt as to that extent, or he would be in jail, but that just gives you an example of what it is. So he has all these 3 charges with him. And I'll tell you this is just my opinion. I don't think that he won't get a slap on the wrist because people are making a stand that they're non-tolerant of these hate crimes, of this homophobic bullshit, non-tolerant. So that's the good news of it. They did a follow-up with these guys, and this is good news too. And didn't have a final word, but they did a follow-up with these two, with Kim and Ha, and they went back to In-N-Out Burger, visited it again. The media census interviewed them.
A lot of people are commenting originally, like, why didn't you call the police in that moment? And I think for us, like, especially for a lot of people of color, a lot of Asian Americans that go through hate crimes, like, I've been verbally assaulted on more than one occasion, not to the degree that man went to, but you know, like, most of the time you don't think that someone will ever really take you seriously.
And when we were talking to the police earlier today, one thing that they mentioned that kind of stuck with me is nothing is too small to be reported, because they would rather be glad to get the call and figure out that it really is nothing rather than have it actually
interviewed
be
them.
something.
And they explained what had happened, but they expressed extreme gratitude and support. They're overwhelmed with the support of their social media community. They're overwhelmed with that support, how they latched on to that, and I'm sure they're grateful to the police department and the district attorney, because without all this, without all of you, without the district attorney, this would have never happened. It's so important that people act, that people don't stay silent, that people do something, you all made this happen. It could have just been a crime. He could have just kept going. No, you all stopped it. You all got together, and it took all of you. It took the friends that were filming it, In-N-Out Burger. It took social media. It took the police. It took all of you to stop this. I'm going to tell you why. This is my closing statements. But let me quote Martin Luther King, if I can. This is in part what he said. Martin Luther King said that the problem with good people is they don't act. The problem with good people is they don't act. In other words, we don't agree with what we're seeing, but we don't act. We're either afraid to act, or we just don't act, or we say it doesn't affect us. That's the problem. But that wasn't the case here. The power that you have with your cameras, the power that you have with social media, the power that you have with your contacts, you can make things happen when you see things like this. And that is what happened. My last statement is this, though, and this is a strong statement, but I'll leave you with this. People like this, you can't give them the benefit of the doubt. This Craw, you can't give him the benefit of the doubt. Someone who's so emboldened to spit on somebody so emboldened to disrupt somebody's day, racial slurs, homophobic slurs, and then stand outside the window in an In-N-Out Burger and terrify them and stare them down. That's a scary guy. You can't give him the benefit of the doubt. And that's why I'm going to say this next statement. It's a good thing that these friends, and I keep messing up their name a little bit. Good thing that Kim and Ha filmed it. They kept filming. They didn't turn it off. They bravely filmed it. They boldly posted it. The social media got involved. The police got involved. District attorney got involved. It's a good thing all of you got involved. You know why? Because this is the kind of guy that would embolden himself if he kept going. See, it's over for him. It's over for him. He's going to go to jail. He will not be able to do this again. It's over. It ends. But if you all hadn't stopped him from doing what he's doing, this is the kind of guy, and you know what I'm going to say, this is the kind of guy that's emboldened enough to convince himself to go into some establishment and shoot everybody. And that's what you stopped.